to welcome Next 2026 Royal Enfield Classic 350. If you're watching this right now, chances are you're curious about what makes this motorcycle such a cult favorite, what's new for 2026, and whether it still justifies that classic badge in the modern era. So let's break it all down in detail. First things first, pricing. For the 2026 Classic 350, Royal Enfield has structured its pricing in a way that caters to a wide range of riders and tastes. The exact showroom prices in India range from around a superscript 11.82 lakh on the lower end to about a superscript 12.17 lakh for the top variants like the Emerald or Chrome series. These figures are indicative of the entry-level reddish variants all the way up to premium finishes on dual-channel ABS models. That means depending on the variant you choose, you'll pay slightly more than the earlier models from the past couple of years. I bet you get a bike that's refined, attractive, and genuinely enjoyable to ride. IDRSS *1/2. Gotti key +1. From the moment you lay eyes on the Classic 350, it's clear Royal Enfield hasn't strayed from its signature design language. The bike still carries that unmistakable post-war vintage aesthetic, a design that's inspired by the legendary Royal Enfield motorcycles from the 1950s. The curvaceous teardrop fuel tank, the chunky swept fenders, the round headlamp housing and retro-style badges, all of this come together to create a presence that turns heads wherever you go. IDRSS *1/2. Tech news. While the look feels beautifully old school, Royal Enfield has smartly blended in some modern touches so it doesn't feel outdated. The Classic 350 now sports a full LED headlamp and tail lamps for better visibility and a crisp look, and the upgrade flows across more variants than before. The semi-digital instrument cluster continues with the classic analog speedometer at its center, flanked by an LCD portion that displays trip data, fuel, clock, and sometimes even turn-by-turn tripper navigation in select trims. IDRSS *1/2. Tech news +1. This mix of old and new manages to satisfy both the nostalgic rider and the tech-savvy enthusiast. Ergonomically, the bike is designed for comfort. It has an upright seating posture, wide handlebars, and a plush seat that make both city commutes and longer highway runs a pleasure. Whether you're riding solo or with the pillion, the Classic 350 feels balanced and composed. Moving on to performance, under the timeless silhouette beats a thoroughly modern Covertitle 349cc Yao Series era oiled single-cylinder engine. It's a platform Royal Enfield has used across its 350 range because it offers a great balance of everyday usability and cruiser-friendly character. In this bike, it produces around 20.2 horsepower and 27 Nm of torque, mated to a smooth 5-speed gearbox. IDRSS *1/2 Gotti key +1. This isn't a bike built for blistering speed. Maximum numbers are moderate, but it's perfectly tuned for real-world riding. The torque kicks in early, so you get that satisfying pull right from low to mid RPMs, making city traffic and highway cruising feel effortless. You can sit comfortably around 60-70 km/h on the highway, and while higher speeds don't come instantly, the bike holds its own once you're up there. IDRSS *1/2. Seaplanestandies.com. One of the biggest updates for 2026 is how well this engine has been refined. Thanks to a counterbalancer shaft and modern tuning, vibration levels have dropped significantly compared to old-use classic engines. What that translates into is a smoother, more relaxing riding experience, a less buzz through the handlebars and seat, and more reassurance that this bike can be your everyday commuter and weekend tourer both. (1/). Seaplanestandies.com. Fuel efficiency is another strong suit here. Official tests and Donner reports suggest that the Classic 350 returns around 35–40 km per litre in real-world conditions, which is impressive for a cruiser of this size. With its 13-litre fuel tank, that gives you a theoretical riding range that easily crosses 450 km on a single tank, perfect for those long rides across scenic routes or intercity journeys. (1/). Seaplanestandies.com. Handling and ride quality are equally important for a motorcycle, and the Classic 350 does well here too. The bike uses a twin-down tube frame with telescopic front forks and twin rear shocks that have been retuned for smoother compliance over bumps. The result is a suspension setup that's comfortable and confident. It takes potholes and ruts in stride, and the chassis feels stable even when you pick up the pace. (1/). Seaplanestandies.com. Safety has also been upgraded. Most variants now come equipped with dual-channel ABS, which means both the front and rear wheels benefit from anti-lock braking. This translates to shorter, more controlled stops, especially useful when you're riding in wet or unpredictable conditions. Paired with 300mm discs up front and a 270mm disc at the rear, the braking system feels reassuring and progressive. (1/). News Plus One. Now let's talk about some unique selling points that set the Classic 350 apart in its segment. First, there's the heritage appeal. Very few bikes give you this level of timeless design combined with genuine road presence. It's not just transportation, it's an experience, a statement, and often a lifestyle choice for riders. Then there's the engine's character. That torquey, smooth series motor gives you enough performance for daily use while still being relaxed on longer rides. Add to that the modern feature set with LED lighting, semi-digital instrument cluster with navigation, and dual-channel ABS, and you have a package that feels thoughtful and complete. (1/). News Plus One. Another point worth mentioning is the customization and community around this bike. Classic 350 owners love personalizing their rides, be it cosmetic touches or functional accessories, and there's a large enthusiast community out there sharing experiences and setups. That emotional connection is something numbers alone can't capture but makes a real difference in ownership satisfaction. So wrapping up, the 2026 Royal Enfield Classic 350 is not just an update, it's an evolution. It carries forward its legendary retro design while blending in meaningful modern improvements that improve comfort, safety, and everyday usability. Whether you're someone looking for that classic bike feel with modern reliability, a first-time cruiser buyer, or a seasoned rider who appreciates character and presence, this motorcycle covers all those bases. It's priced competitively for what it offers, delivers a smooth, enjoyable ride, and continues to hold its position as one of the most beloved motorcycles on Indian roads. A bike that doesn't just take you places but makes every ride memorable.